Hello, good morning, everyone. It is 10:29, and I really feel inspired today. Let me just sort my camera out. I really have been so inspired recently to share my voice more. It has been an ever-evolving thing for me where I have felt like most of my life I have been unable to express myself, my truth. And now it's time to really start sharing more, sharing depth and doing it live. Yeah, not just doing it through written posts that I love doing as well, but actually live conversations. So for those of you that don't know me, I am Morgana Marie. I'm a divine feminine activator, soulful business coach, psychic medium, theta healer, and I also teach theta healing. And really what I'm here to do is guide high achieving, sensitive businesswomen to reconnect to your magnetic power, be a confident business queen, and be the creatrix within. What's the creatrix? What is this? It's about reclaiming who you are as a woman in the world, in the modern world today, both personally and professionally. Today, I woke up this morning with this urge to share about all the things that go on in the workplace as women. I've been working in the corporate sector for many years with my work, going in coaching, offering wellbeing services, talks and discussions, healing to those in the workplace. And I have seen through that and through my own one-to-one clients who come from the corporate sector, most of them do, a lot of them are entrepreneurs as well, that they feel a tremendous amount of injustice and invalidation, this feeling like they can't be themselves, they feel discounted, unworthy, invaluable. They can't express their voice. They get paid less than other peers and men in their workplace. They have been discriminated against for their gender and even sexually harassed. And being a woman who has experienced all of these myself, from my skin color, being a woman, getting paid less than other people, being a victim of bullying in the workplace, feeling this invalidation my whole life with people who think they are above me. I really want to make a stand up about this and stand out and share about this. So for those of you that are watching this live, you can comment below and make a comment, or if you're watching this on the replay, do let me know if you're watching this on the replay as well. So it's time really to stand up and stand out and no longer feel like shackled in our conditioning and our social injustice that we have in the world, and be really potent and ready to speak our truth and to never dim who we are as women, to reclaim our bodies. Most women now who I meet have a real disconnect with their bodies and their pleasure, and I'm having to actually guide them back into connection to their bodies to their heart, because they have put they've put the armor on over the years, and barriers up and walls up and chains around them, because a sense of feeling unsafe in their skin, not safe in their bodies, not safe in their identity, or having no identity really at all. So if this resonates with you, then I would love to know if this has happened to you, if you've experienced this before in your life. And what's your thoughts and opinions on this? It's an opportunity for you to express your feelings and to come out. It really is like coming out. Coming out is bold, because you're no longer held back by judgment, your self-judgment, or the judgment of others. And I see this more now, this rising of the feminine, this real urge to rise up with who we are and reclaim our womanhood, our identity, both personally and professionally as women, without this sacrifice. And I see this more, although there is still separation. I see more female entrepreneurs coming together to work together. I certainly have. And I've seen many other women collaborate, which is just divine and beautiful to see. Because for so many years, women have felt so in competition with each other, in separation with each other. It's like sisterhood wounding that creates this need to compete, this jealousy, this feeling like that you're unworthy and that person's better than you. This and you were invalidated because you weren't the cool kid, or you weren't the intelligent one, or you decided that you wasn't good enough because your teacher told you so. You see, all these words have power, and they have left a really deep wound within us. And we have the opportunity now to release these wounds, clear this conditioning, and free ourselves of any limitations, of any false untruths. And it's only when we really analyze ourselves and we become aware that we actually recognize we may have patterns and behaviors that are displaying as symptoms of this wounding. So, for example, if you're feeling like you're attracting abusive people into your life, if you are allowing yourself to be a victim of abuse in the workplace and you're not standing up in your voice, this is really a result of not feeling worthy, not feeling like you are worth having or saying or expressing yourself, because you fear judgment, or you fear reprimand. And it's time to really cancel, delete, destroy, and uncreate it all, which you can do, because you just need to choose to work on yourself, and we can clear this conditioning. I have been using theta healing on myself over the last 4 years very deeply, and it's helped me to release a huge amount of my feminine wounds and childhood wounds. Now coming out and speaking my truth, and putting myself out of abusive relationships and not settling for less, really has enabled me to rise in my self-worth and reclaim myself as a woman. It's helped me to attract clients who are fun and enjoyable and fulfilling to work with, to channel my creativity in a way that lights my body up, to connect to my body, to feel pleasure that I deserve without shame. You know, all of these result in me working on myself in subconsciously, which is what we do in theta. We dive deep into our subconscious mind. We awaken, become aware of what beliefs we have that either aren't our beliefs in the first place. They might be inherited or learnt beliefs, behaviours, and we can choose to reframe them whilst we are in the meditative theta state, which is just like magic. And then you do experience these rapid shifts and dynamic changes in your life, both in professional life and personal life. You are your business. The business is your life. And everywhere where you don't see that and you try to separate that, would you be willing to delete that, cancel that, release that on all levels? And all the levels are, there's 4 levels of belief we have with theta healing. We have the core level, which is everything you've decided and learned as a child. Then we have the history level. So this is like everything from our ancestral line up until now. So it's like ancestral mother line a lot of the time. What our mother did, what our grandmother did, and what our grandmother's mother did. So it's like tends to be that, or it can be inherited from ancestors. And then we have the soul, which is everything that is at the heart. It comes through from the heart. This is the soul belief. And they have the genetic. So this is everything that's carried through into our DNA as well. So when we get to do 4 levels of belief clearing, you can be clearing and digging out a lot of baggage that doesn't serve you anymore. And it's so liberating, so freeing. But you have to give yourself permission to go there, and it can be fun. It doesn't have to be a dread. It doesn't have to be scary. It can actually be incredibly life affirming, enhancing, uplifting, enjoyable, thrilling, orgasmic. Like, honestly, I've had women who have never experienced joy in their bodies until they've had a theta healing session, and then they have experienced this joy that they've never felt in their life, in their bodies. They've their relationships have shifted and changed, and their businesses have expanded, and their creativity is ignited. It's just like endless, limitless. You are limitless. So what would it take for you to end staying small, settling, staying quiet, hidden, repressed, suppressed, depressed? And what would it take for you to finally choose you and make a decision and make a commitment that you are now devoted to yourself, you're rising, to awaken your feminine energy, your power, your magnetism, your sensual energy, your creativity, the dynamic creativity that you have that is like no one else's. There's no place to compare. You are unique. You have your own ideas, your own inspiration. It comes from your soul and your story. And what if you could end staying the victim, being the victim, resorting to living in other people's realities And what if you could choose your reality now, with business, with wealth, with pleasure, without shame, without fear, without judgment, but pure divine bliss, unapologetic expression, untamable wild creation? What would you create? What would you receive? What if you could be more in the question of your life rather than the decision and conclusion and oath and vow of what's come before and what you decided in any past life? And you could now create your life in totality from a new beginning. What if you no longer had to feel like you were going to sound stupid, or that what you said doesn't matter, it's not relevant, it's wrong? What if you could really stand up in front of other women, share your story, share your realness, your rawness, and be proud of that? Honestly proud, deep within your womb. What if you could listen to your womb? You see, our womb is the portal of our creation as women. It's not just here to give birth. We're not just here to give birth and have children. We're here to birth creation. We're here to birth ideas, inspiration into actualization of our reality, our dreams. Our womb is our power place, our pleasure palace, not necessary for others, but for ourselves as women. What if you could give back to you and love you and have your own divine pleasure? You didn't have to give your pleasure away to feel validated anymore and worthy. So close your eyes and just integrate all of this into your body, into your womb, into your belly. And what if it's now time to speak your voice? Be honest with you, intimate with you, open with you, safely know that you're held. You see, I don't just help business women to connect to themselves, to be a confident queen in business and be the creatrix. We work deeply on trauma and heal wounds, and this can range from anywhere, anything around sexual harassment, sexual abuse, narcissistic abuse, covert narcissism, gaslighting, birth trauma. I've had my own experiences of that. That's really where the depth that I've had to dive into is my own birth trauma, my own sexual trauma as a woman. You see, once we excavate all of this that's within our bodies, our trauma is held within our bodies, that's when we can really come back to ourselves and reclaim our bodies, our lives. our creation, our wealth. It's just something to feel into. Something that you may not be aware of. I'm here to share more around this. Speak raw, speak real. If you would like to be on my lives, I'm going to be doing more lives in the new year. I would like to speak to more women in business, fempreneurs like yourself, high sensitive achieving business women who have come into business from their own, maybe their own pains, their own traumas, their own experiences, and now they're birthing a business, starting something new, transitioning, or they help further on their business and they're creating a business from purpose to help the world, to make a difference. I want to interview you, find out more about you, connect with you. And let's rise together. Much love.